Hello, my name is Dan Brown, and today we're going to be doing Let's Hike George Childs Park in Dingman's Ferry, Pennsylvania. And this is a park that my family has been going to all my life, and I'm just going to take a walk through and maybe tell some stories about things that have happened here and what this park means to me. So, alright, let's go. Childs Park. Attracted by its natural beauty and wildlife, philanthropist George W. Childs purchased this land in 1892. Believing everyone should be able to experience and appreciate being outdoors, he created this area as a public park. The park was designed to highlight and enhance the natural and man-made amenities found here. Now part of Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area, the capstone boulder inscribed with the park name and founding year still proudly welcomes visitors. So I'm about halfway down to the bottom of the falls, and I haven't really been to this place in, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 years. And one of the things I'm noticing is that there's an excessive amount of boardwalks and fences and wire meshes and gates, and this place has changed a lot since the last time I've been here. It's almost like they made it into a maximum security state forest. Like all the wildness has pretty much been taken out of it. It's just one big wooden walkway, and that kind of makes me a little sad, because I remember when I was a kid, I used to just walk right in the middle of the stream, and I used to balance on all the stones and just kind of appreciate the fact that it was untampered by the hands of humans. And yeah, it's a little depressing to see this excessive walkway. You can't even get close to the river half the time. Like they force you to go so far away from it, and I guess that's kind of like to be expected because you know, people walking down in the river probably erodes the river's edge a lot. And I know that there have been a lot of deaths from people just jumping off the falls into the water. So I guess, like, because idiots have to jump off of waterfalls, they have to do things like this and kind of ruin the wildness of it, which is a little sad. Just another shot of the fence. To keep foot traffic to a minimal area, I guess. So this is the bottom of the series of waterfalls. Because there are so many walkways, you can't really get as many good views as you used to be able to. You used to be able to walk all over the place, but as I said before, the place is all fenced in and you can't really access a lot of the places that you could before. But when we were kids, we used to come down here and wade in this water over here, and you know, just hang out here and have a good time. And sometimes people would just go up on the rocks over there and jump in the water, and I guess a lot of people got hurt. So now it's now the whole place is overly protected and safe. It's kind of a shame that people just can't be responsible in the woods and just have to ruin something that was nice and natural and peaceful. But I guess that's the way it goes. One story I have about this park is that a long time ago, pretty much most of my family, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, and all my cousins came down to the bottom of the waterfall, And I don't know if if they intended for you to go past the basin at the bottom, but we all just kind of wandered off into the woods and just were following the river. And at some point when we were walking through the woods, somebody stepped on an underground beehive, and my entire family was like getting attacked by bees, and we were all running through the woods. And I was looking around, and my aunts and uncles were just running and like swatting bees and running through the woods, and a bee landed on my ear and stung my ear. And so we were running and running, and finally we escaped all the bees. And I remember this moment, like this is one of the signature experiences of George Childs Park to me. But the thing is, like, whenever I try to ask anybody else in my family about it, like whenever I ask them, do you remember the time we were all walking through the George Childs Park and we got attacked by bees? And not a single member of my family remembers it. And that's baffling to me, because how do you forget an incident where your entire family is getting attacked by a swarm of bees and all of us are running through the woods? Like, I don't understand how every single one of us, except for me, forgot that moment. And people ask me, well, maybe you dreamed it. And I'm like, no, I was stung in the ear. I got a bee sting in the ear that lasted at least for a couple of days. I know that it happened. And it's kind of weird. Like, I'm the only person that remembers it. But yeah, it happened like down at the bottom of the basin here at the river. So, I guess down at the bottom of the river, or at the bottom of the final basin where all the walkways stop, it's kind of really the only spot that I can see so far that is similar to how it was back when I was a kid. And back then I used to just kind of walk the whole way down in the middle of the river, just balancing on rocks like I just showed. But a lot of my cousins would just like walk down the path and yell at me like I was some kind of weirdo for walking in the middle of the river. But it was always fun because I always felt like it tested my balance. It was just, it was almost like a chess game. Like, how do I get from this spot to that part, or how do I get all the way down only walking on the rocks and being in the middle of the river? Obviously, I'd have to step off of the river to go around the waterfalls, but for me, it was almost like a personal challenge, just to get down the river without having to get out of the river and walk on the earth. But maybe because people like me who did that constantly, maybe we're partially at fault for the extreme safeness that all the modifications they made to the river to make it extremely safe. But all right, so this has been Let's Hike George Childs Park. in Dingman's Ferry, Pennsylvania. I have been Dan Brown, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me today.